Excuse me, Zoe? You're doing more than I expected. I thought you were a serious girl. I'm surprised at you.
What? What are you talking about?
You're playing dumb. I saw you. Yesterday, I saw you walking alone with a guy in the hotel area in front of the station. I wouldn't be surprised if anyone found you walking around like that.
Hotel District?
Don't be acting innocent. I can't believe you're having an affair. I thought you and your husband were getting along well, but I guess I was wrong. Maybe he wasn't giving you satisfaction. Or was it the money?
Wait a minute, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't go to Hotel District. I didn't go out with men.
Then, who did I see? I saw you with an older man. He looked middle-aged and well-dressed.
No, that's...
You have no excuse. I have proof. Look, I have a picture of you. I emailed them to you.
This picture.
See? Now you know there's no excuse. This is the proof. Now that you know, don't you have something to pay me?
What? Something to pay?
That's right. You don't want people talking about it, do you? I could have the pictures out there.
You're going to spread it? Don't spread any rumors that would be misleading.
What am I misleading? You know what? I've always had a problem with you. You always look down on me because your husband works for my husband's parents' company. Just because he's in a better position and gets paid better, you think you're better than me? You can't help but to be offensive.
It's not that.
Well, that ends today. If people find out about the affair, you'd be in trouble, wouldn't you? If you don't want to make a big deal out of it, pay me $30,000.
What? $30,000? That's a lot of money.
A lot of money? Considering how much money your husband makes, it's not that much, is it? He's always wearing nice clothes and walking around with a Lux brand bag. That's what happens when you show off your wealth like that.
You think like that. I thought you were a good friend of mine, but I guess you're not. I'm sad to see that.
Oh, so now you're pretending to play the victim? You can't act innocent when you're having an affair. The picture is your true self. You see, if everyone finds out about it, you won't be able to live around here.
But this is so messed up. I don't want you to make a big deal out of it, but I can't pay you $30,000.
I see. Then, fine. If that's your decision, it's fine with me. I don't care what happens.
Leia, why did you do that?
Hey, what's going on all of a sudden? You're in such a hurry.
What do you mean? There's an email throughout the company that says I'm having an affair. It was sent from your husband's computer. Did you send this from your husband's company's computer without permission?
If so, what is this?
I ask you not to do anything to spread misunderstandings.
Even if you say so, I told you that my hush money was $30,000, right? You didn't pay it. You didn't even pay a little bit, and now you want me to keep quiet? You're too selfish. It's your fault for not paying me what you owed me.
With your reasoning, now there's a lot to deal with.
Now you're done. I'll be damned, but you did this to yourself, so what can you do?
You can't just... What's in it for you?
What's in it for me? There is a benefit. I'm just trying to make my sarcastic younger mom friends who show off their riches on the back of their husband's earnings to understand of what happens to them when you act like a big shot.
That's too messed up. I don't know if you're stressed or what, but you're taking it out on me. Why should I get involved?
Don't talk so high and mighty for a woman who had an affair and didn't pay the hush money. If you're not going to pay up now, you'll end up in a lot worse trouble. If you don't like it, pay me $50,000. Then I'll forgive you.
I can't do that. I won't pay you a penny, and please don't do this again.
Women who have affairs are greedy. Either you pay or you don't. If you don't pay, it's worse. That's it. $50,000. You'll pay me by the day after tomorrow. You've got some nerve. I gave you 2 chances and you ignored them all. I told you that if you didn't pay, there would be consequences. I've already turned over all the evidence of your affair. Oh no. Good luck.
You did it, Leia. This is a hell of a mess.
Oh yeah? You're in a lot of trouble and now you come to apologize? It's your fault for not paying. You should have listened to me.
No, I didn't. It's you who's in trouble, not me.
What?
You tried to send the image in a company-wide email like before.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
It seems like the email was sent to not just our companies, but the entire client company.
What? You're kidding.
I'm not lying. Leah, you know what would happen if you send an email like that to our clients, don't you? Thanks to that, my husband was frantic today trying to deal with the complaints. He was on the phone all day apologizing. He said he couldn't do his job. I think someone needs to take responsibility for that.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that, but it's none of my business. In fact, it's my joy. See, like I said, it's a terrible thing, isn't it?
No, I don't think it's irrelevant. Think about it. It was sent from your husband's address. Of course, there were a lot of complaints directed at your husband. Even my husband's company had a bad experience. I'm sure it was even worse at your husband's office. I'm sure he was busy apologizing all day.
That's... So, but if it's a complaint, why not just apologize and be done? If my husband apologized properly, that's all he'll have to do.
I think my husband, and of course your husband, apologized sincerely. But it's more serious than you think. It's not just a matter of apologizing. Someone has to take responsibility.
Who's going to take responsibility? I can't take it. I don't work for the company. Rather, you take responsibility.
I'm not the one who has to take responsibility for anything. Of course, you can take the responsibility. You sent the email from your husband's address in the first place. It wasn't you who sent it. It was your husband who sent it. That's how they will see it.
Oh no.
That means your husband would have to take the responsibility.
What are you going to do? It's all your fault. What are you going to do? You're even troubling my husband. An apology won't be enough.
How can it be my fault? You did all this.
What are you talking about? This is what happens when you have an affair.
No, I'm not having an affair. I've been trying to explain. That's my father.
What?
He happened to be here that day. We went out for dinner. I saw the picture and I'm 100% sure it was my father. Of course, my husband knows my father. It did escalate into a misunderstanding. Well, because of your email, he had to clear up some misunderstandings.
But you were definitely in the hotel district.
Hotel district? I'm sure there's an alley around the corner. One turn down an alleyway and you're in a hotel district. But that's the entrance to the alley. And that's a street lined up with restaurants. I've never been in the hotel district.
Oh no! You tricked me. You were trying to trick me.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You look down on me just because I'm a family member of a subsidiary employee while you show off your richness. That alone is unforgivable. And then you try to trick me even more.
Huh? You know what, Leah? I'm the same way too, but most people don't have the time or energy to spend on a mere friend.
Ugh!
You say you're rich, rich, rich. It's only natural that people have more money than others because they worked harder than others.
Ugh!
At least I'm not like you. Wastes time complaining about others. Even now, I have to waste my time because of you. Not only me, but many others.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! You've gotta be kidding me, you crook.
Crook.
It's all your fault. You tricked me. I'm gonna sue you.
I'm the victim here. What are you going to sue me for? I don't know what to tell you. I'm done. I won't have anything more to do with you. Goodbye.
Hey! Pay up, traitor! You're a con! Coward!
In the end, the mess ended with Leah's husband taking responsibility and voluntarily resigning from his job. I think the reason he was not disciplined was because he was not at fault. By the way, I found out the reason why Leah was obsessed with money after that. Apparently, she was having an affair. She wanted money to play with her lover. Because she was having an affair, she made the mistake of thinking that others were having an affair too. Eventually, her husband found out and they got divorced. Meanwhile, my husband and I got over the whole mess and went back to life as usual. We have our second child and are living happily ever after.
Next story, the mom friend who only tries to one-up lies that she paid the travel expenses for the Hawaii trip in advance. And...
Hey, Aurora. That was too much, wasn't it?
What? What are you talking about?
You saw it at today's class visit, your own child's grades.
Ah, I see that they posted a chart with everyone's grade on it.
Yeah, but your son? You'd have to count from the bottom.
That's right, he was a little lower than the middle.
That grade in elementary school is pretty low, don't you think?
Is that so? He doesn't like to study, but he does his best. His grades in English and art are good.
But unless he's trying to work internationally, English won't come in handy. Art is useless even if you can't do it.
I don't think so. I mean, if you put it that way, other subjects, you don't necessarily have to use them in the future.
I don't think so. Arno is smart enough to come up with a way to put it to good use.
I see.
Your son, on the other hand, is not so smart.
It's true that my son can only do English and art, but he has a great talent in art, you know?
Really? What's so good about it?
One of my son's drawings is going to be displayed in a very famous museum overseas, for a limited time.
Really? How will that help him in the future?
I don't care if it helps or not. I'm sure it's something to be happy about. He was happy about it.
We don't need such meaningless achievements, do we? You're such an optimistic person to be happy about something so meaningless. The most important thing is to use them in the future.
I don't think so. I think it's important to experience many things, especially now.
So, what will you get out of it in the future? After all, what's the point?
You can learn about different values you don't know by learning about the world you don't know. And you might even find something you like there. So it's not meaningless.
I don't think so. You don't need to know these values to get ahead if you're smart. And if you succeed and you have money, and you get a good wife, and you have kids, you'll be happy.
Well, I guess you and I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever understand the way an idiot thinks.
Idiot?
It's true. Your son is such an idiot, then you must be an idiot too.
Well, I don't mind if you think so, but to say to study more, you have a point.
Right?
Yes. I think it's better to have good grades than bad grades. That's why I think it's better to have him study more than just homework.
Of course. Studying only for homework is not enough.
Yeah. Does your kid go to after-school programs?
Of course not. It's a waste of time and money.
What? Is that so? But he's doing really well, isn't he?
I have a husband who's smarter than a tutor. He teaches my son.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
Right? He's so different from your husband.
Huh.
Well, you won't be able to imitate this kind of study method. You should send him to an after-school program.
Really? I think the most important thing is to have fun. I thought it might be a good idea for me to do it with him while having fun.
Are you not taking studying seriously? How is he going to get good grades if you do that?
I don't know. When I was a child, my mother would study with me. I was grateful that I could immediately ask her about things I didn't understand.
It would have been nice if she could solve elementary school problems. You can't solve them, can you?
That's not true. I can solve problems for elementary level.
No, it's impossible for an idiot like you.
That's not true. Part of me wants to spend more time with my son. We will study this way.
Well, why don't you do whatever you want? I can see you crying next year when his grades go down.
I promise that won't happen.
Oh, I see. Well, I have to get ready for lunch now.
Okay, see you then. My friend Stella, whose son is in the same elementary school as mine, I know her well. She often wants to one-up me, But as you can imagine, having had my child made fun of, I had to talk back to her this time, and now she's sticking around.
Hey. Listen.
Stella, is something wrong?
You know what? My son just got another 100 on his test.
Wow, that's great. Great job, Noah.
Isn't that right? Noah is a child prodigy. He's smarter than the other kids around him without even trying.
What? He's been working really hard.
I know that. It's just that he's smarter than others since birth.
I see. I'm sorry I misunderstood you.
I really wish you wouldn't do that. You're attacking me in a weird way. Don't do that just because your own son isn't good enough.
I didn't mean to attack you. I don't think my son is no good.
What? You don't think he's not good? Even though he has such a lousy grade.
Please don't talk about my son like that. Besides, since we started studying together, his grades started to improve.
Yeah? Well, I'm sure you're lying. It's just luck. I guess that's what the families at the bottom think. That's what all the other moms of the dumb kids in the class talk about.
Not true. And because we're having so much fun together, he's liking more and more subjects.
That will pass by. It's a phase. He'll get bored of it anyway.
I don't care what you think. I'm sure you'll understand when his grades improve.
That will never happen. Nope. You didn't give birth to your son with pain and now you're acting like a mother.
What do you mean?
Because you gave birth by C-section, didn't you?
What's wrong with that?
You haven't even experienced the pain of a normal birth. And you're talking about studying like a big shot. It's embarrassing, isn't it?
Is it great if you experience pain? I understand that it's hard to have a baby without an incision. But C-section is painful too.
Huh. You're under anesthesia, so it can't hurt. Don't talk so high and mighty about it.
When I say it hurts, I mean the pain from the incision. I didn't give birth without any pain at all.
Don't be so arrogant about the pain.
I'm not. I'm just saying you're out of your place when you say I'm an unfit mother. I switched to a C-section because it was dangerous for the child.
Being disqualified means you're disqualified. You don't have a choice.
Well, that's enough. Let's not talk about this.
You're right. You're a disqualified mother, and you have no choice but to look away.
I'm not saying that. Let's not talk about it.
I know. You can't say it back.
Anyway, did you pay the reserve fund for the trip to Hawaii next month?
Oh, the reserve fund. I haven't paid it yet, but I'm fine.
It's not okay. The organizer is in trouble, so please pay.
Okay. I don't need you to tell me what to do. I'm not an idiot.
I see. Then I'm counting on you.
Leave it to me.
Well, I'm going shopping today for the trip. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
With Stella's ego getting worse and worse, I was feeling annoyed, but there was no way she would stop even if I told her. But that's just the way it was. The moms were complaining about her not paying. Next thing I knew, the day of our trip to Hawaii had arrived.
Good morning, Aurora.
Oh, Stella, good morning.
Today is the day of the trip. I'm looking forward to Hawaii.
Yeah. Anyway, Stella, you haven't paid the deposit yet, have you?
I haven't. Oh, I see. I paid for the Hawaii trip when I made the reservation.
What? What do you mean?
So I paid in advance.
Can you do that? I thought the organizer did all the reservations and stuff.
Oh well, I did a good job.
What?
You'd have to be an idiot not to understand. Better than that. If you don't leave the house, you'll miss it.
Right. Well then, I'll see you later. Stella's arguments were a bit doubtful, but I didn't want to be rude if she was telling the truth. I tried not to be too suspicious, but it was discovered that she was lying during the trip. Hey, Stella?
Hey, Aurora. What's wrong? It's only 8 a.m.
Yes, it is, but...
Did you forget what time we're supposed to meet?
No, it's not that. There's just one thing I need to make sure of.
What? What is it?
It's about the travel expenses.
What? Are you doubting me? You said you paid in advance.
Well, but the invoice clearly includes your portion.
Could it be a mistake on the hotel's part? Or someone else is sneaking in?
It can't be. I got confirmation on both counts.
I don't know anything. You guys are gonna have to figure this out.
And that's not all. Yesterday at dinner, you added a bunch of stuff. Did you pay for it?
I told you, I paid for that up front too.
And the extras? That can't be right.
How can that be? What a hassle.
What about room service?
I paid for room service when I made the reservation too.
There's no way that's possible. Please don't lie to us anymore. We all know it's a lie.
What makes you think I'm lying? Isn't it too much? Don't just doubt. Believe.
You insist you're not lying, I understand. Then I'll let you be on your own.
Huh? What do you mean?
The hotel called the police just now.
Why?
Because there's someone staying at this hotel without paying.
What? That's...
I'm talking about you, of course.
What? Wait a minute. You're the ones paying for it.
Huh. As I thought.
Oh.
You lied about paying in advance, didn't you?
Of course. There's no way I will go to the trouble of paying in advance.
So? You wanted us to pay. You were going to travel for free?
Yes, that's right. What's wrong with that?
Of course it's bad.
You guys are so bad with your kids' grades. Do as I say.
I don't understand. I mean, Noah's grades for math and English, my son beat him.
Huh.
Just a few days ago during the test?
What?
I'm glad to see the hard work paid off. I know you've been calling me an idiot. It seems that your way of thinking was wrong.
Oh no. My boy. Lost.
And Noah, you've been pushing him too hard. He's really stressed out. And he's not liking his schoolwork.
No. You can't be happy if you can't study. Noah's not going to let some dumb kid from the bottom of the class beat him.
You didn't hear. Oh well. Well then, we'll go and talk to the police.
What? Wait. What are you going to tell them?
Just tell them what happened.
Please cover for me.
I don't want to. I'll tell them the truth.
I'll make a special deal for you to study with my son.
I'm sorry, that's not necessary. We can have fun together. Okay, I'll see you later.
Wait a minute. Please, let me off the hook this one time. I can't pay. So just pay for me, and you'll get better grades.
Stella was then taken to the police station for questioning. In the end, they settled the matter by paying her money. But after the drop in Noah's grades, Stella became like a zombie. Thanks to this, our family has been able to continue studying with our son in peace.